Hi, this is Steve. This is my business partner, Austin. And today we're going to look at the value of either putting pricing on your website or not. And we're going to look at pros and cons of each and what the advantage would be. I'm actually pro pricing, but there is no right or wrong answer. Truly, it's up to you. But we'll look at both sides of things. Austin, why don't you go ahead and start us out?
Um, so why you should show pricing is that it pre-qualifies leads, so people already know what they're gonna pay um, before they like get invested to it. So you're not just wasting your time with people who can't afford it. Um, it does build some trust. It shows you're transparent, like you're even confident. Hiding the price, it's like you ever go to the store and it doesn't have the price list, and you know you're gonna just rack it up, so you don't even buy it, but see the price, at least you know what you're dealing with. Um, and it just saves time. Again, you're not wasting your time with people that are gonna say, "Well, I can't really afford that," and then it's filtering out the people who don't just aren't interested at all in really paying what you're offering. So you want to go?
All right. So, and like I said, I'm actually on the side of putting the pricing out there. And as a person who's a marketer, if I were to go to you as a bookkeeper, I definitely prefer seeing the price there. I don't want to be embarrassed myself by calling you and then finding you having to tell you, oh, I can't afford that. Like that, that is not something I'm interested in doing. But if you put the price there, I know what it is, and then I feel very confident calling. What is the case against showing the pricing? Well, there's, a lot of you are doing business not only locally but nationally. And so a price for, let's say, Los Angeles, California is going to be higher than it is in a small town of Idaho, let's say. And so if you give that, let's say, an Idaho price, the person in Los Angeles would have been willing to pay a whole lot more, and now they're going to pay what you offered. So you might leave some money on the table. To me, it's still all right. I'd still rather have it out there. It invites people to comparison shop, and I would advise not getting involved in that when somebody's saying, well, I looked over at this place, I can get it for $200 less. I wouldn't worry too much about that. I would actually say, well, look at the value you get here and lay out the value. And even on your website, make sure you're laying out the value that yeah, it's $800 a month, but you're getting so much more value out of that 800 than you'll get anywhere else, and lay out exactly what you'll get and why it's worth it. If people can see it, bookkeepers know more than anybody. When you can see it in black and white, and you can explain how the money is going to work to their advantage, paying $800 or dropping the bucket at that point. So what most successful agencies do, and we've worked with bookkeepers across the nation, so we know exactly how they work things. Most of them will give a range, and they'll be willing to adjust a little bit. So if one of your tiers, let's say your smallest tier, is $497 a month, just throwing it out there, and somebody wants something out of the middle tier to add into the little tier, maybe they want less. It's okay then to adjust your pricing to fit the individual person. I think that makes sense. But at the end of the day, I think the best thing you can do, just my opinion, and everybody's got a different one, is I like the pricing out there. I think you know, even you as bookkeepers know you would want to see pricing. You guys like to see that. That's how most other people are too. We like to see that. And it makes us nervous to call when we don't know a price. Even if, like, you see a car that you want to buy in a lot and they don't put a price on it, you're a little hesitant to go up there and find out, and then have to tell them, oh, I don't have that kind of money. Nobody feels comfortable in that situation. So put the pricing out there. I think it'll make everybody happier, including you, in the end of the day. That's all I got for today. You got anything else, Austin?
Mm.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.